Soccer, that's the sport for the rest of the world. But here, it's the kids' sport. The one people played before they grew up, before they moved on. And people call Detroit a city of the past, a place where people were born and grew up before they moved on. But we see something different. We see the game as more than kids' stuff. And we see Detroit as the city of our future. So go ahead, watch a 200-year-old game played the right way in a 300-year-old city that won't quit, and tell us it can't last. Better yet, tell them.
I can cuss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Hold on, let me put my phone on silent.
Talk to me.
All right,
Introduce yourself to me.
bet. The birth of Sheaf and McFly goes as such. I was an artist before a musician. I grew up always drawing. I went to like middle schools, high schools, college for art. And then I didn't start diving into music until my teenage years and like started producing my own music. Out here drinking beer, taking a shot. Staying hot, pretty cool. I kind of figured out late that techno came from Detroit. Cause I never really left Detroit till I got older. We was just blessed to get so much different types of music. It was like, I felt like I had a birthright. My goal to show everybody like using sound and visual. It's virtually the same thing, it's just using different media. But I like to think my paint's really descriptive so you can like hear it like it's music. This mural right here, it's called Detroit Never Left and stuff, I made like a local Detroiter on there. Somebody like walking up and down this street right now to pay homage. So you good, bro? See, he could be on the wall right there, you feel me? That's him. I go so hard for Detroit because it's all I know. Born and raised, bred and fed. You just walk around the corner and oh, you on some bull? What? This is why I made everything happen. I feel like I'm obligated to like not only put my city on the map, but help other people, do what I'm doing, if not better, All right, good seeing you, bro. What up, though? I'm Sheaf McFly. I'm the greatest artist that ever lived.
And for the first time ever, welcome to Detroit City Football Club coverage. My name is Neil Rule, my broadcast partner tonight, former DCFC great and University of Michigan standout Zeke Harris. And Zeke, as we take a look at the NPSL this year, some new faces, some new teams. There's 13 teams competing in the NPSL this year, but there's only 4 spots at the end. If you want your shot to go to the National Final Four, you have to finish in the top 4 in the NPSL standings, and that is the goal.
Today will be a great way to start the season off. AFC Cleveland, we've known them for years. It's always been a hard match. Today, it's no better time than the present.
Absolutely will be the case. That's brought to you by Rise. And Zeke, as we take a look at this AFC Cleveland team, a team you're familiar with, you played a lot against in your time, there will be some familiar faces on this Cleveland team.
Oh, for sure. Vinny Bell should be out here, but I think he might be on the bench actually, so we have to see. He's really tough.
Let's take a look at tonight's matchup brought to you by Soccer World. DCFC holds a 4-2-3 all-time edge over AFC Cleveland. And Zeke, what does DCFC have to do tonight to win this game?
We have to start fast and finish strong. Today is all about getting that first goal. If we can do that, I think we'll set ourselves up for a great game.
Now let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Michigan Green Safe. And as we look at the starting 11 for DCFC, it'll be highlighted by number 13, Javi Bautista. And Zeke Javier had a big game against Muskegon in the exhibition opener. He bulged the net twice. This is a guy that can flat out score.
He scored 2 goals last game. He moved all the way to Detroit just to play on this team. Today he has to use his speed. He'll get a goal for us, I'm sure of it.
So opening kickoff is coming up next. We'll be right back to give you all the action right here live from Castech Stadium.
Number 17.
Soccer, that's the sport for the rest of the world. But here, it's the kids' sport, the one people played before they grew up, before they moved on. And people call Detroit a city of the past, a place where people were born and grew up before they moved on. But we see something different. We see the game as more than kid stuff. And we see Detroit as the city of our future. So go ahead, watch a 200-year-old game played the right way in a 300-year-old city that won't quit, and tell us it can't last. Better yet, tell them.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside Castech Stadium. We are just about ready to roll as the NPSL season gets underway for 2014 DCFC and AFC Cleveland. Again, my name is Neil Rule, my broadcast partner Zeke Harris. Happy to have you with us. The Rouge will be donning the home whites as you get a look at the Northern Guard. They are ready to kick things off, and Zeke, bring us inside. You're a player, and you've been a player for a long time, both here at DCFC and the University of Michigan. What's going through your mind right now as you get ready to start this quest?
If I was out there, I'd be excited. I'm sure the guys are just ready to get going. They've been waiting for this moment all year long. It's something that you just can't replace, that excitement of being on the field again.
So AFC Cleveland will be in the road blues, DCFC in the home whites. As you get a look inside the circle, we're just about ready to roll. It'll be Sergio Minicio to put the boot to it to get things underway. The 2014 NPSL season ready to go. Electric atmosphere here at Castech. Game time weather brought to you.
How's it going, guys? Coach Javi here. Today I am going to be doing some of the commentary on the Detroit City FC versus AFC Cleveland game on May 15th, 2015. This was back in Coach Javi's playing days, so before I was the assistant coach for the team, I was actually one of the players on Detroit City FC. So let's watch it.
We'll start things off with a throw-in. Zach Shiwi tosses it in. So Shiwi throws it in the box, and DCFC goes to work where it's taken away along the sideline. Now it's sent down the line. Minicio was the intended target. The ball crossed the line out of bounds. NPSL action underway. Cyrus Sadie along the goal line will send it towards the box. It's headed up in the air by AFC Cleveland. Now the zone is cleared. And Zeke, some early pressure from DCFC.
What a great ball and run from Cyrus Sadie. He's a quick player who's been playing the game for years, and I think today will really be his day.
Cyrus Sadie in his 4th season here for DCFC. 2 goals, 3 assists last year, won the Black Arrow Award as the team MVP last season. Ball goes out of bounds right in front of the Northern Guard. And as you can see, they are charged and they are ready. And Zeke, you know better than anyone, they are ready, they've been ready.
Yes, I went to the locker room earlier and just had a chat with the guys, and I saw written on the whiteboard, the table is set for only 13. One club gets the silverware. Your supporters stand ready to feast. how hungry are you? And I guess today we'll see.
Well, we know how hungry the Northern Guard.
So an interesting story from this game is I actually tore my meniscus during the warm-ups of this game. So I remember we were warming up, we were taking some shots on goal, and I just felt my knee just completely go. I knew it was something pretty bad, but because I was so excited to be here, it was the very first game of the season, the home opener. Not being very smart, I decided to play through it. So I actually ended up playing about 35 minutes on a torn meniscus because it happened during the warm-ups, and I just decided to not say anything and try to play the game. So my thoughts during the game were actually, because I was hurting so bad, and if you look closely at the clips, you could see me kind of just hobbling around, and I was limping just because I was in so much pain. But my thoughts were hopefully to try and score a goal early and then get subbed out after that, because I knew it was only a matter of time before everybody found out that I was injured. So I got lucky enough I had a good shot on goal that hit the crossbar, but then at the same time I got the assist that led to our first goal. And pretty shortly after that, I think I got subbed out. I think it was in the 30th, 35th minute is when I got subbed out. And I could tell right away that something was pretty bad. But yeah, I decided to play through it. Not a very smart move, but did it anyway, and still have some very good memories about this game.
We'll play it. Touched up in the air towards midfield. Colin McAtee hits the turf. The fans here at Cass Tech looking for a whistle. Referee says play on. Into the 4th minute here at Cass Tech. Neil Rule, Zeke Harris, happy to have you with us on DetroitCityFC.com/streaming. Fans, this portion of the match is brought to you by Grand Circus, bridging the gap between Detroiters and the businesses that want to hire great people. Kickstart your career with Grand Circus. Javi Bautista gives chase, but it's taken away from him.
All right, so let's take a look at the starting lineup. For us, we had Brett Mullen in goal, who is a goalkeeping legend for DCFC. He was also the goalkeeper coach just recently for us. We had Zach Shiwi, Seb Harris, Josh Rogers, and Bennett Jewell across the back line. Very solid back line right there. In front of them in the midfield, we had Tommy Catalano, Latif Alashe, Kevin Taylor, and of course, the one, the only, Cyrus Sadie. And then up top, it was me and Colin McAtee. So traditional 4-4-2. The reason we used to play a 4-4-2 was because we would have two forwards usually who were, one was more of a traditional number 9, someone who could hold the ball up a little bit, and then the other one was someone who's a little bit faster, someone who could run in behind. But either way, I remember this year we had so many different good forwards on the team. We had Colin, we had Will, who you guys will see sub in. And we had just so much attacking threat going forward. So fortunately, I was able to play this game alongside some of these DCFC legends, and I think we ended up doing pretty well. So let's get into the game here.
Shiwi plays a long ball down along the line. It trickles over the line. Throw in coming for AFC Cleveland. AFC Cleveland, founded in 2011, finished 3rd in the Eastern Conference last year. They're coached by Carter Poe in his first year. He's also the head coach at the University of Mount Union. Benicio plays it out wide on the right side. One coming up for AFC Cleveland. DCFC won this game last year 5-1. They lead the all-time series 4-2-3. And Zeke, you told me today that this won't be your typical NPSL matchup. It's going to get chippy. There's a rivalry to it. I don't want to say there's a lot of dislike between these two teams, but there's not a lot of friendship either.
No, you got it exactly right. I'll throw the word out there. There's a little bit of hate in between us. Us and Cleveland seem to be destined to be foes. Every game I played in against them, especially, it's been chippy. There's been a couple of cards. I think as the game goes on and people get more comfortable and the Northern Guard pushes our players to play harder and play better, you'll see a couple of tackles out there.
Javier Bautista tried to turn and send it towards the box on the run out. It's deflected out of bounds, so a throw in coming for DCFC as you get a look at Stephen Meyer. Had a goal and 2 assists for Penn State last year. He squares up with Colin McAtee. So a dangerous throw-in situation for Detroit City.
Seb Harris with the long throw-in. I'm surprised he didn't do the flip throw because he used to like doing that all the time. Unlucky by Tommy Catalano. Got very close to scoring the goal there. What I liked about Tommy is he was another one of those really good attacking threats that we had. Sometimes we would play him up top as a striker. In this game, he's playing more of a midfielder role. But just a very, very hard worker, was always grinding out those 50-50 balls. Liked to do all the dirty work, and oftentimes he would get rewarded. He would score a lot of goals, get a lot of assists, and I know he ended up winning the Black Arrow Award one year. So such a good player. Tommy, if you're out there, man, I hope you're doing well.
In partnership with the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers, Detroit City FC is
Say it touched off Cleveland last. Get a look at Tommy Catalano. Prime opportunity. Catalano played his college soccer at Oakland. Now an opportunity for Bautista with a shot that goes off the bar.
What a great touching shot. Let's see if we can take advantage of it. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing.
Now some tic-tac-toe passing. Diving tackle made by Meyer. That was a very dangerous opportunity for DCFC as we get a look at the replay.
Yeah, that was a great strike. Just got unlucky on that one. I'm sure he'll get more opportunities in the future.
Corner served into the box, headed away. So DCFC has really tilted the field in the first 8+ minutes of this first half. They have had a couple of prime opportunities. Javi Bautista just ringing the frame. Tommy Catalano was point blank as well. The Northern Guard senses the team is close. Throwing directly into the box. Laid up top of the box before it's cleared by Cleveland. So now DCFC will go back to work with Zach Shiwi. Shiwi left foot looking for McAtee. McAtee makes a move, but Flowers on to clear it away.
That's one thing that Coach Pierman always teaches us. Keep the pressure on. If you lose the ball, win it back. Win it back.
Antonio Manfoot controls in midfield. Pass to no one in particular. It's played away by Josh Rogers. And Zeke, you played with Josh Rogers for a long time. He's one of the anchors of this Detroit City defense.
Extremely smart player, great positioning. Always keeps guys motivated and disciplined, I would say. Always a pleasure to play with him.
Rogers holds the DCFC record for minutes played in a career. As Flowers sends it up towards midfield, headed on with the flick. Taken away by Detroit City. Naguki plays it towards the middle. Benzina across, and a turnover there. Really an unforced error.
Yes, yeah, he had the time, he had the space. Should have taken it better.
Foul is called on Cleveland. There's Tom Beck. He was in the area. Take a look at the replay. Very aggressive play by Tom Beck.
One thing I would say that's very interesting, I've had this ref many a times, and he's probably done the AFC Cleveland Detroit City game before, and he knows how to handle it, I would say. I think he'll try to keep everything calm as much as he can, at least.
We're in the 11th minute, no score. A couple of high-quality chances for DCFC so far. They have really controlled the pace of play. And this is a field and a setting where DCFC, quite frankly, they don't lose. They haven't lost here in MPSL play since July of 2013. Now a chance into the box. Anthony Flowers out to dive and put an end to it. Flowers will send the drop kick, but Javi Bautista, we talked about him in the opening. He's been a force out here so far today.
Put it back. Come on, Tommy!
Cleveland will try the left side. Played towards the middle. Kevin Blackwood drops it back. Now Haupt being challenged by Cyrus Sadie. Sadie called for the grab. So the restart coming for AFC Cleveland. James Howe put the boot to it. Cyrus Sadie. DCFC coached by Ben Pierman. He's been the head coach since 2012. He's an assistant coach at Michigan State. Blackwood tried to send a cross into the box. Nice defensive play made by Zach Shiwi.
Great 1v1 defending. Could have been exposed there, but he held his ground and able to get a corner out of it, but still good 1v1.
So you get a look at Pierman. Played at Michigan State, won a Big Ten title in 2004 and 2008. The corner comes into the box. Harmlessly headed out by Zach Shiwi.
I would say on that one, somebody's got to talk to him. Somebody's got to let him know he has time and
space.
You can do better than the corner on that one, you know.
So another corner coming up from the other side. Again, not much cracking. As Brett Mullen comes away with it. Now DCFC will survey the scene. Here they come up the left side again. And now here comes Javier Bautista into the box. Bautista's shot is blocked, tried to center. Or it was punched away. So again, more dangerous opportunities for DCFC.
Javier is giving them a nightmare back there. All he has to do is put one away, and he really changes the game here.
In the 14th minute, no score. Neil Rule, Zeke Harris with you. Happy to have you along for the ride. The first ever broadcast here on DetroitCityFC.com. Wherever you may be watching around the world, thank you. So now some discussions being had along the sideline. Ball finally thrown back in. McAtee was double teamed. Now it's taken away by Blackwood. Manfoot sends it up. It's 2-on-3 for AFC Cleveland. That ball played over top of Sergio Minicio and out of bounds just too far.
And you can see Cleveland getting a little bit more comfortable. Keeping the ball, moving around, but I still think it's leaning towards City right now.
No question about that. And Zeke, what about that? I mean, if you're Cleveland, now granted you've been in here and there's a long history between these two teams and many games have been played, but I don't care who you are and how many times you've been there. When you show up here to this place, in this environment with this crowd, you're going to be intimidated no matter how many times you played here.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think it's you either rise to the occasion or you end up like last year where City put a spanking on 5-1.
Those are the facts.
Those are the facts.
Foul is called against DCFC. Sergio Minicio hits the turf, and he's down in some pain. Minicio started all 19 games as a freshman for Cleveland State as we get a look at the replay.
That one's close. Alan McAtee definitely leaned in on him. Good call.
So Minicio up. You get a look at the official. As the Northern Guard gives their thoughts on the call.
They're not afraid to share.
Ball played up towards midfield. Colton Long controls. Now it's Blackwood. Blackwood will track it down. Punched away nicely. Throw-in coming for AFC Cleveland. The NPSL regular season underway. Rust Belt Derby matchup. Ball played out wide towards the left side. Blackwood has it. He'll put the boot to it, send it across the box.
That's a great ball in. That's a great ball in. We got lucky on that one, but well done to Cleveland for starting to get their feet under them and keeping the ball moving.
Potnick anticipated to the wrong side, but that could have been a very dangerous play. And now AFC Cleveland, Minicio's been very active. He's been their best player, I feel, out here so far today. Ball in to Mullen, who will control. So here comes DCFC now through the midfield. Ball's put in on Flowers one more time.
Tommy, you gotta get active. Come on.
So Flowers sends it skyward. And fans, this portion of the match brought to you by M1 Imaging. There's no score here in the 18th minute. Take a look at the replay. Not really much to that.
It really came flying in.
And folks, DCFC would like to send out a special welcome to Chris Monroe watching from Germany, where it's currently 1:30 in the morning. So Chris, thanks for staying up late and checking in here on DebtCityFC.com.
Chris, you're definitely my new favorite supporter. that takes the cake. No idea we were in Germany.
So the DCFC throw-in comes up. Bautista controls. Catalano has it go away from him. Now on the left side, here comes Tom Beck for Cleveland. That pass picked off by Seb Harris. Sadie looking for McAtee. Detroit City gets the throw in. Ball played up for Bautista. Tremendous move. McAtee's in. Right foot shot finds the back of the net. It's a goal for Detroit City.
I don't know if we're supposed to do this. I'm just going to go ahead and go!
Colin McAtee shakes the twine to put DCFC up by one. Beautiful play, Z.
Very good team play. I think one thing that we did well in this play was we kind of caught them off guard off the throw-in. I dragged one or two guys with me and then flicked it off to Colin, who was making the run underneath. And like I said, we had so many attacking threats that even though I was the one that was supposed to be the one running in behind and using my speed, Colin was just as fast. Great control on the ball and solid finish from him.
We'll take one more look at it. And McAtee did a nice job of anticipating the defender, Alec Naguki, and holding him off and still finding the angle to score. So 1-0, DCFC in the lead. As the Northern Guard celebrates. The smoke has been let loose here at Caz Tech. Long ball played up towards the box. Now it's punched up into the air. Manfoot controls it to the right side.
Got to talk there.
Haupt sends a ball out into the street.
Neil, I would say, as far as being a player, the smoke is one of the things that you love and hate the most. Because sometimes when you get those wins, it covers the entire field, but you gotta love it. You don't get that anywhere else, you know.
Those folks love it right there. I will tell you that as you get a wide look at it. And that's a tradition here. When a goal is scored, the smoke gets set off, and they are going crazy.
Pretty sure one of the things that we're hearing, we score, we shout, and then we smoke you out.
That is the case. Austin Ramos checking in on Twitter as well, said he's watching at work. Get back to work, Austin. Keep it muted though so you don't get in trouble. Then you can't hear the announcers, I guess. So no, don't do that either. Just keep watching, your boss will understand. 22nd minute, DCFC with a 1-0 lead. Goal from Colin McAtee, the difference. Ball matriculates back to Flowers.
You can feel the energy in the stadium right now. Everyone's just a little bit more excited than they were before the goal.
Now here comes another run for McAtee. Will he get there? No, it's played away by Stephen Meyer at the last possible second. McAtee almost got a second one, Zeke. Bennett Joel
For those sitting on the supporter side of the stadium,
to the midfield.
of the porta-johns behind the stands that are available
Shiwi.
for your use.
Catalano. Pass was destined for Bautista, but taken away. Throw-in coming up to Cleveland.
Hey, you've got to help him there, right? It's 100%.
Opening weekend of action here in the MPSL. Another international check-in. Terry watching from the UK. I don't know exactly what time it is there, but I'm assuming it's late as well. So thank you all for staying up late, wherever you may be watching around the world. Flowers with the right foot to it.
It's almost, why wouldn't you be watching?
That's right. Bennett Joel makes a nice play to send that up towards midfield. Tifa Alashe put to the turf. The foul is called. So you get a look at Alashe. 5th all-time at the University of Michigan in matches started. Something you know a thing or two about, soccer at the University of Michigan.
Yeah. Latifah's probably one of the best players I've ever had the opportunity to play with. Calm, cool, and collected.
Manfoot swings a wide left-footed shot over top, and it will roll down the street. But Kevin Blackwood and company with a very dangerous opportunity. Take a look at the replay. Sergio Minicio again, strong shot with the left foot, but just over top of the frame. And Zeke, Sergio Minicio has probably been the best player out there for Cleveland in the blue.
Yes, he's really dangerous, really fast, and you can tell he has that striker's mentality, where if he's not scoring or not going at players, then he's not satisfied.
Had an opportunity to watch Minicio last year in the PDL championships. Carried that same type of mentality, a guy that always finds his way around the ball, a guy that's always in the mix. Now we have a player down for AFC Cleveland. Kevin Blackwood giving the referee a tutorial on what happened. Referee not buying it, however. Get a look at the replay. You see Minicio taken down. So still being worked on. This will add to the stoppage time. So restart coming for AFC Cleveland. Antonio Manfoot to restart it. Little Tetris breaking out in the northern guard.
I've been in a couple of Tetrises in my day. Towards the end of the game, a lot of times I like to go in there and say hi to the supporters and have some fun with them. It may have been coined as the Zeke Leap, but that's patent pending.
Yeah. I expect to get a t-shirt when they come up. Need a double X. 26th minute, 1-0. DCFC in the lead. A goal from Colin McAtee. The difference so far. AFC Cleveland has done a better job possessing the ball, but another counterattack coming. Javi Bautista on the run, and quickly the ball is retreated by Stephen Meyer.
Great win by Latif Alashe. Let's see what he can do here. 1v1, he has the space. Probably could have done better there.
And fans, don't forget, for all the latest breaking news, make sure you follow Detroit City FC on Twitter at Detroit City FC. Here comes AFC Cleveland up the middle of the field. Chad Benzina. Drop it out wide left. Minicio goes to work again, puts the brakes on, crosses over. Now serves it across. Left foot, a shot by Blackwood. Couldn't get much on it. Zach Shiwi over. Battling with Blackwood. A corner awarded to AFC Cleveland.
That's a great tackle by Shiwi. In the box, it's pretty dangerous unless you... Yeah, you
got the ball
yeah,
first.
You got to get the ball. It's a great tackle.
He didn't get a lot of it, but he got some
enough.
of it.
He got enough.
He got it first. So the corner served up. Dangerous up into the box this time before Mullen comes away with it. And Zeke, that was as dangerous as Cleveland has been in a corner so far. Here comes McAtee on the run again. It's his goal that is a difference so far. McAtee looking for Bautista. At the last moment, taken away. Harris over to challenge. Harris denies the first pass. Second one connects to Minicio. Left side Blackwood. Reverses field all the way across to Manfoot. But it's headed out of bounds by Detroit City. Quick throw in. McAtee touches it high into the air. Taking no chances is Bennett Joel.
A little bit more communication would serve him well there.
Minicio in the box.
No foul.
Minicio right-footed shot.
It's well done.
So DCFC stands tall. Minicio still on the ground looking for a call.
Gotta get on his horse here. He has the speed.
McAtee has it to Sadie. Sends it up towards the corner. But winning the battle is Stephen Meyer.
Looks like Colin McAtee might be a little bit tired right now. He's been playing well, though. He's been playing real well, getting himself some chances, scoring a goal.
Checking in on Twitter at Detroit City FC. Josh Medor says he hopes to make it out to a game this summer. Come on down, Josh. Be happy to have you. But in the meantime, enjoy the broadcast. 1-0 DCFC in the lead. My name is Neil Rule. My broadcast partner Zeke Harris. Happy to have you with us in the 29th minute. We're at Castech Stadium. DCFC dominated the first 10 to 12 minutes of this match. Broke through with a goal as a foul is called on Josh Rogers. And Zeke, it's become a contest here on Twitter. Stephanie checks in, says, I'm watching from Thailand, wearing a Northern Guard shirt. We don't believe you, Stephanie. Tweet a picture to show us.
Yes. That'd be great. I really want to see all the different kinds of fans we have.
Long shot saved by Brett Mullen. Here's a unique one. Cameron's checked in on Twitter, says he's watching while flying in a plane. Are you guys making this stuff up? Like,
it's going to get crazier and crazier as we go.
Next thing you know, I'm going to hear, we're skydiving right now.
We're
falling
scuba
out of the
diving.
plane. Yeah. Corner served up into the box. Will come all the way through out of bounds. AFC Cleveland calling for another corner. But the official says negative. Ball awarded to DCFC. 31st minute. You get a look at Brett Mullen in that Metro Detroit Chevy dealer's jersey. Take a look at the replay. Manfoot had his shot blocked. Blackwood shot sailing down the street.
Yeah, he was really reaching on that one.
So here comes DCFC with the ball.
Dealt with it well there.
Zach Shiwi plays it up towards the middle. Bautista's on the run. Being challenged by Colton Long. The foul is called as Sadie made a nice cut.
Cyrus is small, but he's a quick player. He has some fast feet. At the replay.
There's the stop made by Mullen. Probably the biggest challenge he's faced so far here tonight. The assistant men's coach at Coastal Carolina in his off time. So here comes a restart for DCFC. I think this will probably be sent into the box, won't it?
Yeah, probably be aiming for Kevin Taylor, number 9 out there. He's a big guy. He scores a lot of headers for us. That's where I would put it at least.
the target, but it's over top of him. And a goal kick awarded to Cleveland for Seb Harris. Seb Harris had 12 goals and 9 assists in 3 years at Oakland University. Made his debut for the Rouge against Saginaw Valley State earlier this year.
I believe he scored a goal in that game as well off a header.
Header is flicked on. Blackwood with it. Played towards the corner to Manfoot. Manfoot. His cross is deflected out, so a corner coming. And Zeke, since the goal, Cleveland has really, they've regrouped out there and they have carried the pace of play over the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think after the goal, we just lost a little bit of that steam that we're talking about. We've got 13 or so minutes left in the half, and if we don't pay attention, we're gonna lose. We might end up getting scored on. Honestly, they've had a lot of quality chances. All it takes is one to put away.
So Mullen with it. Send it to the turf and escort it up the field. Now the right boot goes to it. Long ball looking for Bautista. McAtee, the goal scorer, controls. Latif Alashe has his pass deflected. And now comes Bautista with it on the right side. Crosses over. Sends it into the box. Left foot shot goes over top of the frame by Cyrus Sadie. So Cyrus Sadie, who played every game in his career at Michigan State, also set a school record for goals and assists at Lansing Everett High School. As that shot go over top of the frame, Bautista would come off for DCFC, and coming on is Will Malors-Blair. So you go from offense to offense with Will Malors-Blair.
And you go from speed to speed. William is just as fast, if not faster, than Javier. It'll be interesting to see the two Michigan guys up top together.
Detroit City substitution on the 34th minute. Number 10.
So first substitution of the day for DCFC. They have a 1-0 lead, and now they're looking for more. McAtee plays it up. Malors-Blair has it taken away by Meyer. Manfoot controls. Ball sent up the left side. Potnick goes to the middle. Now Minicio, left foot is shot by Sergio Minicio. Is in the net. And AFC Cleveland has tied the match at 1.
We knew he was dangerous. We really did. They have a lot of great players. 1v1. Gave him a little bit too much space, and he punished us for it.
So here comes the goal from Cleveland. This is the equalizer. They win the ball off the transition. They switch the point of attack, so they go to the other side. He plays it out wide. This guy does a good job of dribbling inside, and then the forward makes a run in behind, drags one of the defenders out, receives the ball, and has a left-footed finish. It's a good goal by them, I think. Defensively, we got a little unorganized, and one of our defenders got dragged out. It created just an unbalanced situation for us where the guy ended up just having a finish inside of the box, and players at this level are probably going to finish if they get a chance like that. So, unfortunate, but we keep going.
With the assist. Colin McAtee again gives chase. Will Malors-Blair has certainly come with some energy. Sergio Minicio has leveled the score.
Can I just put it out there? I love these jerseys. The all-white kits. Beautiful.
Look nice with that Chevy emblem on them as well.
Yeah. The very first year we had some white pullover jackets. All the guys loved them. I wonder when those will come back, huh?
Zeke Harris up here campaigning for the guys in the wardrobe. Throw in coming for Cleveland. Tom Beck to toss it in.
What can I say? I'm a players analyst, if that's a thing.
Bennett Joel, send it back to Rogers. Rogers sends it over the top of everyone. Will trickle out of bounds. We're in the 38th minute here at Cass Tech. Colin McAtee got DCFC on front. But then Sergio Minicio leveled the score at 1. Neil Rule, Zeke Harris with you. Happy to have you along wherever you may be watching around the world, as we found out here.
And Neil, if you saw that, DCFC set it up perfectly. Put him right in the corner. As soon as he took a touch, they pounced. Almost even got a good chance at goal out of it.
So Rogers coming up from his defensive position. He's not to the turf.
He's got some quick feet. Maybe not so much of a goal scorer, but you can't blame a defender for trying.
So Anthony Flowers again will put the boot to it. Flowers on the roster of Wright State out of the Horizon League. He plays his college soccer. Sends it over the midfield stripe. Blackwood heads it over to Manfoot. So the Royals control. Anticipating and jumping the play. It's Tommy Catalano. Here comes Catalano in space. As Mellors Blair with him. Serves it to the right corner. But a save is made by Anthony Flowers.
Yeah, he could have done better with that. I think he went for the chip. And it didn't work out for him. At that point, you got to really focus on what you're going to do and put it away, or at least give yourself a better chance than that.
You see the right foot chip. Anthony Flowers equal to the task.
Very cheeky, though. Very cheeky.
Tommy Catalano in his first year here at DCFC. Long ball played up. Looking for Mellors Blair. Nice grab made by the AFC Cleveland bench. Shiwi catches and throws it in. AFC Cleveland didn't do themselves any favors there. Threw it right back to DCFC and they got it in.
We got saved by the ref right there. I think a throw-in is better than a goal kick in this situation. We can just keep him on one side, push him in, and I know Ben will be happy with it.
Head coach Ben Pierman looks on.
And they gave it right back.
Cleveland has done that a couple times here this evening. You get a look at Carter Poe as well, the head coach of AFC Cleveland. Rust Belt Derby matchup here tonight. There's a flat-out giveaway by AFC Cleveland. So Northern guard looks on. Mellors Blair unable to catch up with it.
They will sing the entire game. I can promise you that.
So
1-1 the score.
And all kinds of surprises all season long.
Another throw-in coming for AFC Cleveland. And right now, Zeke, the flow of play is getting kind of choppy out there in the midfield.
Yeah, I would like to see a lot more from Kevin Taylor and Latif Alashe. They're both veterans of Michigan, both quality players. I think they can really calm us down and get the ball moving again.
Here comes Blackwood with the right foot. Rogers called for the handball, much to his disdain.
I don't think he's very happy. I can't read lips, but I don't think he's telling the ref to have a good day.
Have you played with anybody as fiery as Josh Rogers? That guy is always turned up, as the kids say.
Yeah, Josh he definitely gets a couple cards more often.
It's a bad day at the office if he doesn't, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see one tonight. It hasn't been too bad thus far.
So Minicio here, this could be a very dangerous piece for Cleveland. Manfoot out as well. Benicio steps over. Man foot. Curls it. Mullen with the save. Mullen ahead to Shiwi. Here comes Zach Shiwi up. Mellers-Blair the target. Out of his reach and out of bounds. Extra special Twitter hello. I believe this is Miki. Says he's on his way to watch his cousin, number 13, Javi Bautista. Cousin is a good goal scorer, Miki. And 2 in the exhibition opener. Here comes Mellers-Blair. Mellers-Blair into the box. Mellers-Blair, right-footed shot, and it's in the back of the net. Goal for Detroit City, 2-1.
On a field like ours, speed kills. And once again, goal! I have to practice that as we go on.
So here's a 2-1 for us. Comes off of a throw-in again. The ball gets cleared out by them, but then it gets played into Will Mellers-Blair. Will, the thing about him was the moment that he turned on the Jets, there was nobody that was going to catch him. He was such a complete player. He had a great touch, could pass, he was strong, he was fast, and most importantly, as a striker, he could finish. So he scored a lot of goals this season. I was fortunate enough to be able to play alongside him a few games. He's one of those players that I wish would have stuck around a little bit longer because he was so good for the team. But yeah, just grateful to have been able to play with him because he was such a good player.
We're in the 44th minute. Neil Rule, Zeke Harris with you. Happy to have you along. DCFC broadcast brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Stop in and see what drives the Motor City.
Detroit City goal scored by number 10.
You can see it. He's hungry for more. He's hungry for more. I think he'll have another opportunity before the night's over. I'm just gonna throw that out there. If it comes true, call me a genius.
Tommy Catalano with the assist on the goal from Will Mellers-Blair. Benicio has the goal for AFC Cleveland. Now there's a takeaway flat out by Tommy Catalano. Pass was dropped back for Sadie. He has to retreat to collect it. Catalano again on the left side. Alashe. Sadie. Throw-in coming now for DCFC. Rogers plays it towards the middle. Here's Kevin Taylor. Nice ball by Taylor.
It's not a one-touch. Can't really do much with that. Bring it down, look up and see what you can do.
So we have completed the first 45 minutes. Of course, the official time kept on the field. So we're in stoppage time. 1 minute of stoppage time will be tacked on. 2-1 DCFC with the lead. Will Mellers-Blair broke the 1-1 tie just a few moments ago. Blackwood taken to the turf by Latif Alashe.
Yeah, clear foul there. Pretty sure he just pulled him down with 2 hands.
So now a restart coming for Cleveland. Ryan Potnick will trigger. Potnick, right foot, curls it towards the box, headed out of harm's way. Not a very dangerous ball from AFC Cleveland on that opportunity. Taylor,
what can we do with it here?
Sadie watching towards the middle. Too far for Catalano. Shiwi to the middle, Alashe. Alashe knocked hard to the turf by Blackwood. Clear foul there. Northern guard looking for a yellow card. Referee will not go to the book. Take another look at it.
Why that's a yellow card.
Yeah, that's right. That's right in the middle of the swing. You can't.
The intent was pretty clear right there.
Yeah, you can't complain about the foul on that one. really not much of an argument. But as soccer players, you have to argue for some reason.
Rogers sends it into the box. Headed up in the air. The whistle comes. And the first 45 is in the books. Very entertaining first half of action. Will Mellors-Blair broke a 1-1 tie. Fans, make sure you stick around here. We'll be joined by our sideline reporter, Lindsey Pearson, in just a couple moments. And she will have a couple words with DCFC coach Ben Pierman. But in the meantime, Zeke, really it was a tale of three halves when you think about it. DCFC really took it to Cleveland the first 15. Cleveland regrouped from 15 to 30, and then DCFC took control again at the end.
Yeah, and soccer's a game of ups and downs. I really credit Coach Pierman for making the substitute early and bringing in William. It paid off with a goal. I think there's probably going to be a couple more changes during half. I'm not sure exactly. We definitely need to keep the momentum. We're only up 2-1, so there's more to be done.
So 2-1, DCFC in the lead over AFC Cleveland. And standing by right now with head coach Ben Pierman is Lindsey Pearson. Lindsey.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Pierman. Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
I mean, we started out with a bang. They saved one off the line. We hit the post. We hit the crossbar. Tommy hit a great little one-on-one chip there. So we started out really well. Energy. I mean, they couldn't deal with it. We got the one, and then we played really poorly for 20 minutes there. So thought we were fortunate to get back up 2-1, but you know, in the end of the day, we have the lead, and you know, we got to make sure that we win this game 3 points in the next 45 minutes.
You have the momentum going into the second half with Will Mellors-Blair goal. How do you keep up that same rhythm in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, we want to play fast here. We want to put the pressure on them. I thought we did a good job of that, but we were a little bit reckless, a little bit careless, too sloppy in our possession. And then the other thing is we were not good enough on our winning the second balls and getting to the loose balls.
And what's the message for the guys in the locker room right now?
Yeah, I mean, we got to do a way better job getting to the second balls and then keeping it once we do. So we want to keep playing fast. We got to score the next goal. I think this game's got a couple more goals in it. Hopefully they're ours.
All right, thanks, Coach. Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much, Lindsey. 2-1 DCFC in the lead. And Zeke, Coach Ben Pierman talked about it, and you've said it many a time, speed kills. And that's exactly what DCFC used to their advantage in the first 45.
Yeah, definitely. We got Cyrus Sadie, Colin McAtee, Zach Shewy, and William up there. We have to take advantage of that. Their defense can't handle it.
That's what you have to do if you're DCFC. Just keep up the attack of that speed, and we will see that as we take a look at the halftime recap. Colin McAtee with a goal in the 19th minute. Sergio Minicio would equalize in the 35th. But Will Mellors-Blair would send DCFC to the locker room in the 42nd minute with a goal to put them up 2-1. So we will take the halftime break as well. When we come back, we'll get you all the action of the second half. We're live at Castech Stadium. It's halftime. DCFC with a 2-1 lead over AFC Cleveland. We'll be right back. This is the Detroit City Football Club.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering Chevy owners complimentary OnStar Crisis Assist services and Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home. It's just our way of doing our part.
Football is a big deal in this house. So when Maurice was injured, we immediately thought the worst. To see my baby lose his joy hurt.
The DMC, Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan, is here to help athletes get back in the game.
They're like family. It was a long road, but we made it back.
DMC, Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan, a community built on care.
get a look at the Ambassador Bridge. We're in the heart of downtown Detroit. Northern Guard was out early. They are strong here as always. And they are looking to will their team through the second 45 minutes of action. So Zeke, my question to you, do you anticipate any changes tactically?
I'm sure he'll tell them, as I said before, to push up a little bit higher. We really should take advantage of this is our home field. We know this field. We know this Detroit dirt. We know every little bounce. So I would say I'm sure he told them to keep playing fast and keep pushing forward. I would say 2-1 is something to be happy with, but I don't think it's good enough to win this game today. I guess we'll have to see.
Head coach Ben Pierman told our own Lindsey Pearson he sees some more goals here in the future tonight. Very humid here in Detroit this evening. Wouldn't exactly call it hot, it's just warm and humid. So we'll see if that plays any toll. Very sweaty, you know what I'm saying? The air is just heavy in here. How does that play in when you're a player?
It makes it a little bit more difficult, especially coming out of halftime. But I think the guys will get adjusted and they'll get used to it. As far as I can say, it's better than snow.
Well, yeah.
You don't know if that's going to come around here. It's Michigan. It's better than snow.
A couple other Twitter check-ins as we get ready to start the second half. Gus Macker 1 says he's watching from Washington, D.C. on his couch with a beer. Kind of boring, I know. Well, we appreciate you, each and every one of you, for tuning in here on DeadCityFC.com. Neil Rule, Zeke Harris, as the second half of action is underway. AFC Cleveland now we'll go from right to left across our screen. Tommy Catalano in the midfield. Catalano had a point-blank chance in that first half, unable to connect. But it was an interesting first 45. We saw 3 different angles of play in that first 45 minutes. DCFC very dominant in the first 15. AFC Cleveland put it back together after they got scored on. And then DCFC again began to tilt the field the last maybe 10 minutes or so of that first half. So Bennett Joel plays it out of bounds with the left foot. Joel played for the Toronto FC Academy. College soccer at Robert Morris. Also played hockey growing up.
He's also one of the guys who I was talking to at halftime. He came down specifically to play for Detroit. I think that says a lot about him.
So a dangerous throw in coming for AFC Cleveland. Blackwood plays it back. Haupt has his cross knocked out. Now Haupt directing traffic. Looks like he's going to toss this one into the box. Benicio plays it back. Haupt crosses over. Now we'll send it to the center, and it's headed in the back of the net for AFC Cleveland. Tremendous execution on that goal as Tom Beck reaps the benefits of the cross and heads it in.
So here comes the equalizer for Cleveland. There's a guy waiting at the far post. You can see him kind of creep into the box little by little. He gets in there, and he does a good job of kind of just staying behind everyone, making sure he's not seen. And then when the ball gets played in, he sneaks in there and wins the header. So I think defensively, I think we could have tracked him a little bit better, especially as he was starting to come into the box. But just a very good cross and a good header to equalize.
And you can't deny it, but
a tough angle all the way.
We'll see how we
it in. And he had some words with the Northern Guard after he scored that goal when we were taking a look at the replay. Tom Beck went over, crossed in front of the Northern Guard.
Yeah, you got to watch that.
Had some animation for them.
You got to watch that. The game does end, but the Northern Guard will stay around.
So a throw-in coming for DCFC. Sam Harris will do the honors. Got a check-in from Chris on Twitter, says it looks beautiful in 1080p. Broadcasting in high definition.
Yeah, the clock's wrong.
Here on DeadCityFC.com.
I got 3:10 in. Yeah, the clock's wrong. They didn't start it.
Early goal out of the locker room for AFC Cleveland. We're tied at 2. So the Northern Guard shocked a little bit, as are all the DCFC faithful. Corner comes across. Just out of the reach, it's deflected out. So a goal kick upcoming.
Yeah, he was able to get a hold of that one. Couldn't redirect it in the right direction, unfortunately. But him and Kevin Taylor and Seb Harris are perfect targets for us on corners like that.
So Anthony Flowers puts the charge to it. Mellors Blair touched it, but it went out off Cleveland. So now some space in the middle for Kevin Taylor. Taylor works it wide right. Seb Harris up the right side. Sadie to Harris. Harris on the run, cut off by Beck. Beck plays it out. Is it a corner or is it a throw-in? They're mobilizing like it's a corner.
And that was a great play in the midfield. Moved it fast, 2 touches, swung it out wide, and quick corner from DCFC. Didn't work out. Let's see.
Short corner taken, now out on the counter run. Here comes Blackwood for Cleveland. Blackwood for Manfoot. Manfoot to the top, shot is blocked. DCFC defense just converged. Manfoot closed him out. Long ball towards the middle, a little bit optimistic there in search of Mellors Blair. So the assist on that AFC Cleveland goal by Tom Beck will go to number 4, James Haupt. So Haupt with the assist. We're tied at 2 as we motor on to the 52nd minute. First ever broadcast of Detroit City FC. Long ball played wide to the right of the frame. So Brett Mullen will have the goal kick. Mullen played his college soccer at Temple, had 9 shutouts, school record. During his time there, had 9 shutouts for DCFC last year. Up towards the middle of the field, ball goes back and forth. Here comes Manfoot again. He's been dangerous in the middle of that field. Benicio has his shot partially knocked down. Drop kick sent up. Looking for McAtee. Mellors Blair wins the throw-in. Zeke, there's an art, isn't there, to winning the throw-in, knowing exactly what you have to do?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you know it when it's going out, but the guys come at you fast. You gotta fake it. Oh, what a ball!
Footed ball played across.
We should keep the momentum here.
Now a long shot skips in just wide of the left post.
A long shot is right. I don't think there was much chance of that going in by number 25, Seb Harris.
Seb Harris had that ball labeled for that left corner. Sent it just wide. Harris played his college soccer at Oakland. 12 goals and 9 assists in 3 years.
And I'll always forgive a defender. You don't get too many chances, but you got to take them when you get them. Josh Rogers took one earlier. Didn't have
those guys live for that, don't they?
Oh, yeah, I live for that. I used to love going for it. Shiwi, same exact thing. It'd be great to see him going forward a little bit more in this game.
Detroit City FC would like to send a shout out to the Chattahooligans having a viewing party right now at the Chattabrew. Thanks for checking it out, guys.
A lot of chuzz in that, huh?
Yeah?
A lot of chuzz.
Here comes AFC Cleveland with the ball through the middle. James Haupt, who had that assist for Cleveland. Manfoot goes down in front of the Northern Guard. They don't feel any compassion for him. So we go into the 55th minute. We're tied at 2. NPSL opener. Rust Belt Derby matchup. Looks like some substitutions ready to come in for DCFC.
Josh Rogers must be having some problems. Hate to see him go off this early in the match.
Alex Ishovsky will come in.
Alex is a great outside defender. I would say him and Shiwi on the wings. They should. I'm sure Ben Pierman will tell him to get it going.
Left side, McAtee sends it up to the box, just over the top of Mellors Blair, who's making a bid for his second goal of the evening. Now it's Taylor. His cross. Played out of bounds, throw in coming for Detroit City. So Ishovsky in. And Zeke Ishovsky's a guy that'll jump up into the play if the opportunity presents itself.
Definitely. He's one that loves to get forward. I think he has a lot of skill at it, and if we can take advantage of it, that's the thing. You can have guys who can go forward, but we have to be able to take advantage of it.
Corner served up towards the box. It's headed out, left-footed shot. Wildly off the foot of Seb Harris.
Right, he might be getting a little bit excited now. You had your one shot, but let's keep the ball moving. Let's keep the ball moving. He's actually moved over to center back now. He can actually play a lot of different positions. I've seen him at forward as well.
Here comes AFC Cleveland with the ball. Blackwood loses control.
Some quick feet.
Defends this portion of the match, brought to you by Flagstar Bank, the official bank of DCFC. 2-2 the score. We're in the 57th minute.
Be sure to tweet at us. I want to hear from you guys watching out there in the UK and Thailand.
We did get confirmation, by the way. They sent a picture of elephants. So that's legit. No, that makes it legitimate.
Oh, wow.
That's how you know it's for real. So the ball comes into Anthony Flowers. Back to action here at Cass Tech. Flowers picks it up. In his third year here with AFC Cleveland on the roster of the Wright State Raiders out of the Horizon League in college. Flicked on, Manfoot. As it go out of bounds. I believe that'll be... Thought it was going to be a corner for a second there, but no. Goal kick awarded. So Brett Mullen will put the boot to it. Sends it high up towards midfield. Headed on by Benzina.
Got to win seconds there. I would really love to see City separate themselves sometime in the next 5 minutes. We've been playing all right, but that's clearly a foul.
Sergio Minicio again. This time he took Taylor to the turf. Not much protest from Minicio. Now Minicio gets the ball back on the giveaway. Then DCFC takes it back. Sadie up ahead. Mellors Blair trying to control it.
Just got to get it down. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Ball played up. Looking for Alashe, and Alashe almost able to come through with it.
Lost it for a second there.
59th minute, Minicio at midfield. Side tackle made by Sadie. Sadie saying that's a DCFC throw in. The official agrees. Now a substitution coming for Detroit City. I believe that's James Murphy coming in. And it is. So James Murphy comes in for Latif Alashe.
And I'm guessing James is normally a forward. They might switch into a diamond in the midfield and have KT sit in a little bit more and let James Murphy roam around.
That foul called on Colton Long. That was actually a break for Cleveland. Mellors-Blair's cross will go all the way through and out of bounds. So that foul that they called on Long stopped a run for DCFC. So not all fouls are bad, right, Zeke?
Some of them are tactical. Sometimes you take it, especially at the other end of the field, or if someone's on a break, go ahead and take the foul.
Mellors-Blair swings it out wide left, touched ahead. Making the run is Catalano. Can he catch up to it? No.
Good idea, just a little bit too heavy.
Shielded off nicely by Stephen Meyer.
I would say Cleveland has been holding their own. They really have, especially coming to a different city and with fans like ours. They've done pretty well for themselves.
"60 minutes in the books. We are tied at 2. As you take a look at the substitution, Murphy on for Alashe. James Murphy, a senior at the University of Michigan, member of the Big Ten All-Freshman team. All your guys here, Zeke.
Yeah, you take out one Michigan guy and put in another. Can't complain with that one. What's interesting about James is he's actually from England, and not to mention he's a left footer, which is always valuable when playing soccer. You get a lot of right foot dominant players, but as soon as you get that left foot, it kind of changes the game a little bit.
Murphy with international experience as well, played for the Ireland under-16 national team. So he's played the game at a high level internationally. Now Vinny Bell will come into the game for AFC Cleveland, replacing Chad Benzina. And Zeke, you talked about Vinny Bell. You've seen him in action a lot. He's a guy that's very capable in terms of scoring.
Yeah, extremely strong player, quick as well. He gave us a lot of trouble over the past couple of years, so I was surprised when I didn't see him earlier, but that's definitely a guy to look out for. They have some pretty skilled guys up front. I think we'll have to really see how this turns out, but Vinny Bell, definitely great player.
Was a Division III All-American at Case Western Reserve University, where he holds a school record for goals with 43 and points with 101. Was the first ever player to sign with AFC Cleveland.
A little bit of miscommunication there.
So a pair of nines go at it. Taylor wins this battle for Detroit City. Plays it back to Mullen.
I'm always nervous on that pass back, especially when you hit it right to the center of the goal. You never know if he's going to whiff it. Come on, KT.
Benicio on the turf again. But the foul was called. And now some words being exchanged. Kevin Taylor's up in there.
KT has a lot of experience. He played at Michigan as well before I came in, but pretty sure he's played at all levels around here, yeah.
Holds a Michigan record for goals by a defender. Does Kevin Taylor. So here's a very dangerous situation, Zeke. Kevin Blackwood will trigger. Right foot over the top of everything and out into the parking lot.
I think he just got 3 points for that one.
I think he did. He may have hit Lindsey Pearson's Mercedes out there too. I don't know. I can't see from here. You drive a Mercedes, don't you, Lindsey? Oh, that's not your Mercedes. Must be Alex Wright's.
Hey, they've literally done it. It hasn't been a
64th minute, we're tied at 2. Take a look at the replay of that call. Pretty incidental contact right there.
Yeah, I think as a defender, if you put in that situation, sometimes you go down more often than that. That's simple with that way. Worked in the favor.
McAtee, the intended target, as that pass is taken away. Here comes Kevin Blackwood. Kevin Blackwood's played a very strong game here for Cleveland. Mellors-Blair. Well, Mellors-Blair thought he was taken off, but then the whistle stopped play.
What is that smell? I don't know. You people watching at home, you can't. The food trucks here.
I think that's the Slows. The Slows barbecue. That's what it smells like. Ball's headed on by Vinny Bell. So Vinny Bell with his first real activity offensively.
It looks like they're pushing a lot of guys up front for AFC Cleveland. They might be playing 3 forwards up top.
And Antonio Manfoot, it looks like we'll go into the books with a yellow card. And now it's getting real chippy over there on the far side of the field.
No
Blackwood over. Antonio Manfoot, though, will scoop up the yellow card. We'll get a look at that. Very dangerous play from Manfoot.
Yeah, that's just a bad.
And there's a bump.
That's that DCFC fire in him. I expected at least 1 card tonight. I guess we'll have to see what happens. The sign that we have left, but like you said before, there's no love lost.
And of course, if you're Manfoot, what you've done now, this crowd is charged up now. I don't know if you can hear exactly what's going on over there, but they are into it now. They are awake all of a sudden. They may have woke the sleeping giant in terms of the Northern Guard.
And all they need is one person to not like a little bit, and it's over. And then also, he's playing on their side, too, so they're definitely going to get in his head a little bit today.
That ball out of the reach. Zach Shiwi. So Manfoot in the books. Here comes Cleveland up the right side.
Gotta watch the backside. Oh, good tackle.
Blackwood to Minicio. Minicio touches it to Manfoot. Manfoot to Vinny Bell. Potnick through. Minicio left-footed shot. The offside flag goes up late, but it does go up.
Yeah, that was a late one. Yeah. I'm glad he raised it, but that was very close. A little too close for me. I really depend on the defenders being in place than on the ref making the correct call.
Quick throw in now for McAtee. Tosses it in quickly to Murphy. Murphy loses control. But again, another throw in coming for DCFC. 67 minutes behind us. We're tied at 2. Substitution coming for Detroit City. Dave Edwardson will trot on, replacing Colin McAtee.
Looks like we might have moved back into the 4-4-2 with Edwardson coming in.
Throwing up towards the box. So now another throw-in coming for DCFC down in that right corner. Looks like Seb Harris will be the point man. Harris into the box. Nice recovery over by Murphy. Harris curls it. Sadie will run it down.
Just keep putting it back in there. Put it in the mixer.
Cleared out by Meyer. So Meyer sends it out. Another throw-in coming for DCFC. Catalano be called for the foul. And Cleveland takes possession. Incredible atmosphere here at Cas Tech. Neil Rule, Zeke Harris, happy to have you along with us wherever you may be watching around the world, from the UK to Thailand to Germany to somebody's couch in Washington, D.C.
This is a worldwide broadcast.
Ball played back by Meyer. Some tic-tac-toe passing. Here comes Manfoot.
He took a chance on that tackle and he missed out.
Manfoot fouled from behind. It looks like the official, is he going to the book? He is.
That's pretty weak. That's pretty weak. Now I hope he doesn't just start handing out cards for little tic-tac fouls now.
We'll take another look at it. You see Catalano giving chase.
It's a foul. It's a foul. Won't deny that, but you got Seth Harris covering. It's not like it's a clear way to the goal, so I don't really see the reason behind the card.
Oh, and some business given to the Northern Guard by Antonio Manfoot as he comes out. So things are getting sticky here, Zeke.
Yeah, but I guess I would say there's a reason he's coming out, huh?
That ball dangerously played up by the goal before it's taken out of play. So Catalano in the books for that yellow card. Manfoot with a yellow card for Cleveland, but he just came out of the match. Catalano his first year here for DCFC. Also played for the Kitsap Pumas of the PDL last year. Ball goes up into the box before it's headed out. Blackwood in the mix. Taylor
just relieving the pressure
down the field.
Yeah, just relieving the pressure.
Tonight's attendance brought to you by Nancy Whiskey is 3,012. So again, over 3,000 here at Cass Tech. Our attendance tonight brought to you by Nancy Whiskey. You can see it from here. You know, Zeke, you and I were talking earlier today as we were prepping for the broadcast. When you got here, you were here in the beginning as a player, and you were making mention to me about from that day to this day, and now we've gotten to the point where there's over 3,000 consistently here at Cass Tech. The food trucks now broadcasting on the World Wide Web in high definition. Did you ever see this the first time you stepped on the field here at Cass Tech?
No, I couldn't have imagined. I just got a call from some random team called Detroit City FC, seeing if I wanted to play for them, and thank God I took the chance. I mean, it's not the soccer. Just like a city, it's the people. It's the people that really matter. From the players, the supporters, to the coaching staff and the owners. It's the people that really built this club up, and I'm really happy to be a part of it in any way, shape, or form.
Happy to be here as well. A lot of fun down here at Cass Tech. Of course, this portion of the match brought to you by Flagstar Bank, the official bank of the Detroit City Football Club. So now here comes a dangerous situation for DCFC. And Zeke, it's been a while since DCFC has gotten down into that box.
Yeah, on chances like this, and you can see the supporters still going crazy. But on chances like this, you gotta get something on it. That's not a ball you can do anything with. I would recommend maybe aiming back post for Seth Harris or Kevin Taylor and letting them do something with it. But
I haven't really seen Kevin Taylor involved a lot in these set plays.
No.
He provides that height as you talk about. Into the 74th minute, we're tied at 2. Detroit City led 2-1 at half. Quickly out of the gate, AFC Cleveland leveled the score at 2. And here we are.
Oh, shrugs them off.
Ball sent into the box where it's headed away. But a very strong run. Here comes Cleveland the other way.
I don't know if you're feeling it, but I think we lost a little bit of something. It seems like Cleveland has the edge right now. I don't know if we're not concentrating or we're not taking the right kinds of chances, but we gotta get back into our groove and if he can really put this game away sometime soon.
Taylor through the midfield. Strong play by Taylor. Sends it out to Sadie on the right side. Sadie goes to cross over, has it taken away by Tom Beck out of bounds. Beck able to give Sadie a hand, a little 7-on-7 crime there. We'll take a look at the replay.
He came in hot there. Great tap.
Coming in hot. Seb Harris over. Substitution coming for Cleveland. Mike Matlock into the game. Played some college soccer. You won't like this, but he played at The Ohio State University.
He's no good.
Before transferring to Cleveland State.
It's a little bit better.
So here we go.
Ohio.
Ball tossed into the box, headed up. Catalano gives chase, and now Catalano has it. Touch pass by Sadie comes up empty. And here comes Vinny Bell on the right side, taken away from him. Possession goes to Detroit City. Long pass up ahead. Flowers off his line to collect.
And I think it's that humidity that you were talking about. Just skipped a little bit.
Grass is wet.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's a great ball. Really great ball in.
Ball played out wide. Now Murphy tracks it down. James Murphy goes to work. Sends it towards the back post over top of everyone, trying to connect with Mellors Blair, who had the second goal for DCFC, but it's over top of Will. So the flash from Nottingham, England, unable to come up with that one. To the 77th minute. Flowers sends it towards midfield.
Good win by Kevin Taylor.
Here comes Cleveland through midfield.
There's Vinny Bell, strong player.
Vinny Bell. His cross is deflected. Mullen is able to come over and scoop that up before it went out for the corner. Mellors Blair with a touch towards the middle, trying to find Murphy. Murphy wants the call. The referee says play on. Substitution coming for Cleveland. Tom Beck will come out. Ryan Minnick will come in. So the substitutions, Zeke, are coming fast and furious right now.
Yeah, I think both of the coaches sense the little lull in play, I say. Yeah, somebody will most likely come out on top here. But it comes down to, as the Northern guard said before, how hungry are you?
That ball trickles out of bounds. Throw-in coming for DCFC. 77.5 minutes in. We're coming down the stretch here at Caz Tech. Catalano sends it back towards the middle. Played out of harm's way by Blackwood. So Kevin Blackwood, the native of Jamaica, sends that one into the crowd to ease the danger. But a throw-in coming here for Seb Harris, who has shown he's very capable of tossing it up towards a box instead of Catalano. That pulls the trigger. Mellors Blair knocks it down, turns and fires. Shot is blocked.
There wasn't much in there.
That ball sent up top over everyone. Anthony Flowers collects.
If I'm William, I'm trying to face up and take the defenders 1v1, not do a little half-turn shot from 30 out. He's got to use his speed to his advantage. That's what got him the goal in the first place. But
so the Royals will get a throw-in. Shane Wheat tosses it in. Minicio has a goal here tonight. Goes wide to the left, puts the brakes on. Comes back to Wheat. Blackwood in the middle. Whistle away from the ball.
Hey,
What do
I
we
know
got?
you're turned around.
Offside flag up.
Yeah, that's unlucky.
Just 11 minutes remain. We're tied at 2. DCFC has led at 2 different times here tonight.
Come on, Jay.
Mullen plays it up. Taylor in the middle. Wide on the left side, Murphy able to track it down. But it goes right to Meyer. And a foul is called. Mellors Blair knocked to the turf.
And Alex really kept that alive. Lost the ball, but
it gets lost. He was the key to this whole situation.
Now once again, it's what can we do with it? Looks like Kevin Taylor may be taking his seniority and going to take the kick. Maybe he was frustrated with someone in the past, but no.
Isofsky will trigger. Taylor trots towards the box. Ball served up towards the post. Flowers over again to make the grab. Inside 10 minutes left to play.
Huh? You're going in.
Take a look at that replay while staying in the live action. Flowers off the line confidently.
Don't forget to take your ticket stub or 2015 season ticket card to any Metro Detroit Tigers.
Kevin Blackwood.
Come on, Tommy. Like, I want this press card. Probably there you'll cut out the line.
Ball played up for Matlock. Catalano chips it. Now it's played out.
Go on, Will.
Taylor sends a long pass up, looking for Mellors Blair. He headed back to Flowers. Inside 9 minutes left. Tied at 2.
It's amazing how fast the game can go by. 90 minutes so quickly.
As always, Detroit City Football Club brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Chevy drives the Motor City. Blackwood controls. Getting into that time, Zeke, where pretty much the next goal wins.
Yeah. It's our hope that we'll score that goal, but the way it's looking, Cleveland is really just sitting comfortable, getting their possession, swing the ball from left to right, and not really having too many problems from our midfield especially, but there's something in there. There's something still here.
What's the mentality of the road team when you come in here to this environment, like we talked about earlier, the intimidating environment that it is? But if you're Cleveland and somebody offered you a draw when this match kicked off, you'd probably take that and run. When does that take over if you're Cleveland?
I think once we get down to the last couple of minutes and you really start to feel that angst that something needs to happen, one team will have it and one team won't. It'll be that simple. But if you're a road team, you take the points no matter what. You take the points. So maybe as we get a little bit close towards the end, we may see Cleveland either get a little bit more defensively or maybe go on the offensive and really try to take it away here.
Taylor's long pass over the top of Shiwi. Now Vinny Bell has it taken away. Dave Edwardson controls. Edwardson's pass picked off. Minnick along the sideline.
It's a perfect opportunity to just corner him in here. Just really hop on any first touch that they have and see what comes of it.
Ball played out of bounds. Throw in coming for DCFC. And Zeke, I really think you're beginning to see that. It's setting in for Cleveland. They look content to play to that draw here on the road. Now if you're DCFC, you have to take that and use it against them.
Yeah, once you start sitting in a little bit too much, that's when you're more likely to get scored on, honestly.
Sit back and looking for the counter, and here's a counter opportunity for Cleveland. Minicio with it. Minicio into the box. Minicio, right foot shot. Mullen with a save. So Brett Mullen equal to the challenge from Sergio Minicio.
He kicked it straight out of bounds. That's that Detroit dirt. Every time he gets the ball, it seems like he makes something happen, you know?
He's been very dangerous here tonight, no question. And just as you say, Cleveland looks content to sit back. They pop a counter.
Yeah.
And Minicio almost broke this tie.
All it takes is one mistake.
Sadie into the box. This cross stopped by the last line of defense.
That's where you don't foul. Don't foul.
Savage.
See what you can get out of it. Unlucky.
Now Flowers will have the goal kick. Inside 5 minutes left. We'll take a look at the replay. Sadie, the last line of defense, able to knock that one away. As the smoke begins to pour from the Northern Guard.
I always wondered how many smoke bombs do they have over there?
An infinite amount.
Is there like no limit that you can take it to the stadium here?
Ball touched out of bounds by Detroit City. Quick throw in coming. Shane Wheat tosses it in. Vinny Bell has it taken away from him.
I would hate to see Vinny Bell and number 5 get on the same page and never really connect and make something happen. Vinny Bell and Sergio, if they get on the same page, that's something dangerous for our defenders.
Ball played up the far side. Flowers out, almost a miscommunication. Is that Savage over there?
Yep.
Lucky Savage. Almost able to reap the benefits. We're getting down to the crunch time here at Cass Tech. 3.5 minutes remain. We're tied at 2. My name is Neil Rule. Zeke Harris, my broadcast partner, former DCFC great, former University of Michigan standout. More physicality as Zach Shiwi points to the ground.
And it's been a physical game, but it really hasn't gotten out of hand. I'm actually pretty surprised.
There were moments where we were trending that way. No doubt about it. Dangerous ball served into the box, headed away.
Oh, it's a great chance.
Here comes DCFC
you gotta
now
take
on
him
the
one-on-one.
attack. Well, there's Blair. Will earn a corner.
It's good that he at least got something out of it. See, service is key here.
So here we go.
You got Harris, Taylor.
Evan Taylor a target, headed in, and it's in the back of the net! A goal for Detroit City!
Yes, and the slide. All it takes is one. All it takes is one.
Detroit City FC takes a 3-2 lead.
Seb Harris with the golazo.
So Seb Harris, who'd been dangerous on throw-ins, steps up into the box and heads that one home.
So the game winner comes off of a corner kick. The thing about Seb Harris is that his head is like a magnet for the ball, whether he's defending, trying to clear the ball out, or whether he's inside the box trying to score a goal. The ball, if he's anywhere near it, is probably going to go to his head. The best part about this is not necessarily the goal. I think the goal was good, but it's that celebration. It doesn't get better than a solid chest slide when it's raining out, and it's the 88th minute game winner from Seb Harris. So pretty cool game. Lots of good memories from this game. Unfortunately, I got injured, but at the end of the day, I was grateful to be part of Detroit City FC, playing in the very first game of the season. and glad that we got the 3 points.
Benicio will drop it back. Blackwood. Royals send it up.
Hey, it's not big enough to play.
Shiwi will just blast it down the field inside a minute left in regulation play.
This is where I was getting nervous because City will naturally sit back, and as they sit back, Cleveland will get more chances. So it's really going to depend on the defense here. Zeb Harris is going to have to step up again and really be that strong force in the back for us if we want to finish this correctly at least.
So Seb Harris in his first ever regular season matchup for Detroit City FC strikes to put LaRouge up 3-2. And here they come again looking for more. Ball played up, Flowers out. Will make the catch, and Flowers collides with Shane Wheat, I believe.
That didn't look good.
We'll take a look at that replay. Murphy was making a bid.
It looked like he just wasn't expecting him to come on that side of Murphy. Glad to see they're all right.
So regulation time has ended. We'll see how much stoppage time will be added. So Spencer Thompson, as you said, Zeke, in the game. 3-2, DCFC in the lead. Only stoppage time remains. Colton Long with it. 3 minutes, I believe, is the sign. 3 minutes of stoppage time, all that separates DCFC from a season-opening win over AFC Cleveland. Ball trickles towards the line. Was kept in bounds. Now a throw-in coming for Cleveland. That's a big play, though. Zeke keeps it off the corner.
Yeah, really well done.
Blackwood
Gotta
with
be
it.
strong here.
Serves it up towards the far post. Goal kick awarded.
Oh, change the call. Actually, yeah, you're right. I thought he pointed to the corner for some reason. I guess it's all this smoke that I'm seeing.
An absolutely insane atmosphere here at Cass Tech. Northern Guard on their feet, fans on their feet. Very happy bunch, especially if 2 more minutes can wear off this clock. Mullen, the right boot. Blackwood heads it over to the left side. Nobody home for Cleveland.
Just take your time here, you got no rush.
Substitution coming. Mike Matlock back on as you get a look at head coach Ben Pierman.
You can see it. He heads straight to the back, fortify that defense team.
Throw in along the sideline. Connor Ferguson in for DCFC. Flowers drops it off. Can't be much time left now. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Ball flicked on. It's blasted out towards midfield. Ball trickles out of bounds. Throw in coming for Cleveland. Wheat tosses it in. Headed away. It's ruled off. Wheat. Throw in coming for DCFC.
You can see she would just take a little bit more time than he normally would. Oh, he got caught.
Some chatter going on. A yellow card will be awarded. I believe that's going to Shiwi, is it? No?
A yellow card doesn't help when you're winning. Doesn't hurt when you're winning.
Zach Shiwi, the guilty party of the yellow card. And the referee picks the clock back up. Ball played in. Up in the air. Blackwood sends it out wide right. Do they have time for another run? Meyer, right side. Quick throw in up towards the box, looking for Minicio, headed out of play. Another throw in coming.
We got to make sure we watch the backside here. That's how we got caught last time.
Hey, we're at 3:30.
Throw in coming into the box. Played out by Savage. And the whistle sounds, and the cakes are on the griddle here in Cass Tech.
So that's the game. I hope you guys enjoyed watching alongside me. This game brings back so many memories just from these times back in Cass Tech, even before Keyworth, before Coach Javi and all of his injuries and all the things that forced me to retire early. But at the end of the day, very grateful for this club and still being able to be on the coaching side of things. And you never know. Maybe one day Coach Javi's going to come out of retirement if the team needs a game winner in the 90th minute. Who knows? But yeah, appreciate you guys joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
On a humid night in downtown Detroit, DCFC able to outlast their Rust Belt Derby opponent, AFC Cleveland.
And that's classic DCFC style. When you're able to have more than one person come up for you and score, you got to have those different weapons for when something happens, someone gets hurt, but you know that you can depend on other people to come on and finish the job.
And we're awaiting word for our M1 man of the match, but I would imagine it's got to be Seb, right?
The game winner, I don't see why not.
We will be sending it down to our sideline reporter, Lindsey Pearson, momentarily. And she will get words from the combatants here tonight. And right now, Lindsey Pearson standing by.
Thanks, guys.
Head coach Ben Pierman.
Crazy ending to the game. What are your thoughts?
I guess just get the 3 points and get the heck out of there. I mean, Cleveland played a great game. They got a good coach, really good attacking players. Lot of attack in 90 minutes. You know, it's crazy. So, good game. That's a huge rivalry. Biggest thing for us is that, you know, after Wednesday night, I was disappointed with the effort. And tonight, no way. We outworked them, and they worked real hard. So, you know, I'm just happy that we got the 3 points, and I'm really happy that we never died. Just like, you know, I think that embodies this city, what we did tonight.
Cleveland started with that early goal. How did that change your game plan, if at all?
Honestly, it didn't change it. I said at halftime there were going to be more goals. We just couldn't concede. Pretty soft goal, so, you know, we really carried the plate in the second half. They came in here to get a point, and they had it until the last minute. But, you know, our game plan didn't really change. I wanted us to go get a third goal at halftime. We just had to get the third one to win.
And what are some takeaways that you can carry into next week? Traveling to FC Buffalo, your first away game. What are some takeaways from this game?
Biggest thing probably is our fitness needs to really improve. We got a reserve game Monday, and then you know, we're gonna get more guys runs, and it's gonna be competitive. So we played 18 guys, and that's the thing right there, is that we did it as a team effort.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm with M1 man of the match, Seb Harris. Crazy ending to that game. Walk us through your goal.
You know, I just knew we just had to get up there and give it another go, you know. Didn't work on the acceptance speech at all, but everybody put in the effort, and it was an unbelievable finish. And I just want to get one for all those fans, parents, wife, everybody. You know, it's a dream come true playing in front of 3,000 fans, and we couldn't ask for anything better than scoring right at the end of the game.
And what are your thoughts on the overall team performance tonight?
It was unbelievable. You know, everybody put in 1,000%, you know, way more than 100. Everybody's just getting up and down the field as much as they can, you know, and it was just an unbelievable game. Everybody worked very hard, and I'm very proud of it's my family, you know, so I can't wait to get on to the next one.
And how much of an advantage are those supporters over there?
Oh, it's a million times, you know, I can't explain it. It's an incredible feeling. They are the best fans in the world, and I can vouch for that at the end of the game, you know, scoring the game winner. It was everybody's goal, not just mine.
Thanks, Sebby. Congratulations.
No problem. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Lindsay, as DCFC getting the 3-2 win over AFC Cleveland to get the jump on the NPSL. Let's take a look at the standings here. And I know it's early. I know it's only one match, Zeke, but it always looks good when you're sitting at the top of the table, no matter what time of year it is.
Oh, yeah, definitely. A win always feels good. And, hey, We're number one. Out of 13 teams, you can't be mad at that. I think Detroit should have a great season this year, but we have to take it game by game. Tonight they showed their grit and how much they really wanted to win.
We certainly saw that home field advantage come into play here tonight. And the N1 man of the match, Seb Harris, credited the Northern Guard, giving them the energy to pull through. Let's take a look at the upcoming game for Detroit City. They will hit the road to take on FC Buffalo next week, another Rust Belt Derby match. So right out of the gates, we talked about big rivalry games against Cleveland, next week against Buffalo. It's all on the line early here as far as the Rust Belt is concerned.
Yeah, we've seen these teams every year that we played. The trip out to Buffalo is always a hard one, but they're a component that they're someone we know. They're someone we know we can beat. If the guys are able to rally for the game, I think they'll be just fine.
Let's take a look at the highlights and the game recap. And you can do that by logging on to Vimeo.com/Detroit City FC. So you can have the game recap and take a look at highlights of the thrilling 3-2 victory. As we take a look at how we got here, Colin McAtee opened the scoring in the 19th minute. Sergio Minicio would equalize in the 35th minute for Cleveland. But Will Mellers-Blair right before halftime would put DCFC on top 2-1. They would take that lead into the locker room, but it wouldn't last long. Tom Beck would come out early in the second half and score in the 46th minute. But Seb Harris, with the goal heard around the city here tonight, off the corner from Cyrus Sadie in the 86th minute, would be enough as DCFC would hold on to the 3-2 win over Cleveland. So Zeke, great broadcast here tonight. Had a lot of fun hanging out with the Northern Guard here all evening long. Can't wait to do it again next weekend, my friend.
Yeah, it was fun. This player analyst thing might actually work out. Please let us know how we did, guys. Tweet at Detroit City FC and give us a shout out.
Give us your feedback, absolutely.
Give us your pictures if you're in Thailand.
If you're in Thailand, if you have some elephants around.
Only if you're in Thailand.
But a big thank you to all the DCFC fans that were watching worldwide and interacting on Twitter as well. So, for our video coordinator, Nick Candela, and my broadcast partner, Zeke Harris, this is Neil Rule reminding you one final time, DCFC with the opening weekend win 3-2 over AFC Cleveland. Thank you for watching, everybody. Well, see you later.